Hello, everybody. Hey, hi, howdy, and welcome to Zenith. We are a 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons actual play live stream, and we are happy to share another wonderful Thursday with y'all. My name is Alex. I will be your GM for tonight. We're going to quickly go around and introduce our lovely co-stars, and then we can hop right into the game. Before we do that, though, a quick reminder that this game is a charity effort to benefit the Palestine Children's Relief Fund. This is tied to our donations. You can hit exclamation mark, what's the command? Exclamation mark donate to see details of what our specific incentives are and how you can impact the story through your donation to this incredibly important and timely cause at this point in time. We also are extremely grateful to the Sword and Key channel and also to Mikyl Sandoval, the artist, who has been hard at work creating these absolutely stunning character portraits for each of the characters in our game. This is the first session where we've been able to display them in full, and truly, Mikyl has outdone himself. I've been seeing his work for a while, and I'm blown away every time something comes out. So thank you again, Mikyl, and thanks again, Sword and Key, for hosting us and all that good shit. With that out of the way, yeah, does anyone else want to introduce themselves before we hop right into it? Say something about yourself, your character, etc., etc.
Hello, I am Dyson Autism. I tell stories on the internet, and I am playing Beseech, the goofy warlock who just loves their partner so dearly. And yeah, I'm excited and ready to play.
Hey everyone, my name is Abhishek I'll be playing Eris, our lovely, suave, sexy, shape-shifting rogue here. So,
Oh, I love that. That was all the that was so cute. I'm so ready. Hi everyone, I'm Mozz. I'll be playing Zahir or well, the wonderful, I would say incredibly charming sweetheart, and then well, not really sweetheart, but then along with Kamar, who's all about business and getting it down, like getting ready for the mission. Um uh yeah.
I'm Seth. I will be playing Vesper, who is our other assassin.
All right, and with that, I believe we can get into it. Quick second. All right. Allow me to share with you a perspective. Everyone knows that death is the final end. Not all the secrets of the Magisterium, not all the might of the gods, not the collective will of every living thing in all the worlds known and unknown has been able to conquer death. It comes for you all, slowly creeping through time to meet you in your future. And despite the ardent claims of the devout, you know, lurking in the back of your mind, deep in your heart, you know you will die. What you don't know, what you can't possibly know, is what comes after that. Death lingers on your mind as another letter from Caroline arrives in your possession. It's been weeks since you last saw your face in the Zenith Chronicle as a wanted criminal. Apparently, your allies are well connected and were able to pull some strings in the background to interest the Magisterium in other pursuits. Then, like a crack in the glass, your normalcy is shattered once more. It's been a while since I've seen your face. Too long, I think. Meet me and Mara at Popular Artifice. Bring your gear. Caroline. Vesper, we are going to start with you tonight. You said you had business at the church.
Vesper does has business with the church. Really just wanting to pay a general visit to his other employers to ensure that his work for Caroline is not going to fuck up their plans that are currently in motion.
All right.
I think that would be the first thing on his mind after the conversations and the conversations that he's had with Caroline.
Absolutely. So let's play that out. I assume you want to meet with the Hand and Mother Mishka, the two contacts you met in session 1. All right. So as you approach this large domed structure, the House of Wisdom, as it is called, there's a buzz, there's a hum in the air. You know that this is excitement. This is fervor for an approaching holiday. This is called Visitation Day. This is when the Angel of the Presence, you can think of this as like the right hand of Enuma Elish, descends on the city and communes with the most faithful. And that day is approaching. To the devout, no other day compares each year in terms of importance and significance. And Visitation Day is approaching, and plans are being executed to prepare for that. Notably, a bunch of stalls, a bunch of the facilities to have a large group of people gathered here.
Okay. I think that I don't know why it just like hit me that Vesper probably also would be celebrating that particular holiday with his family.
Sure.
Most likely. But I think that he would kind of walk in. Maybe he's probably familiar with quite a few of the, or if not all of the congregants at this point. He is a devout person.
Yeah.
May nod in acknowledgement to some of them, but for the most part, like he's here for a purpose that he thinks is important. So he will make his way to the office of probably Mother Mishka first to see if there's availability for him to meet.
For sure. Quick question. You said that Vesper celebrates this holiday with his family. Does Vesper's family worship Enuma Elish as well? That's relatively uncommon for Drow. They have their own ethnic religions that they tend to stick to.
Yeah, I think when I was making him, I liked the idea of his family being an outlier in that respect, and that's kind of why they are dedicated to Zenith.
All right, hell yeah. Sure, absolutely. So you go up essentially like a small tower, like a small minaret type structure off the main body of this cathedral, and there are plenty of people whom you are familiar with as you pass by. Various clerics, teachers, random adherents who just spend some quantity of free time here praying or engaging socially. And you head up to a small, sparsely decorated kind of space. It's part bedroom, part private ceremonial space. There's an altar with incense burning, a window that looks out to the sea. For her part, Mother Mishka lets you in and seems to just be tidying up or setting out maybe some special accoutrement for Visitation Day. But she greets you with a smile. Vesper, hello! It's been a while since I've seen you.
Hello, Mother. It has been busy. There's a lot that is in motion right now.
There is. You okay, dear?
I am, I think.
Good to know.
I was hoping that I could meet and talk about some of the things that have happened. I don't wish to interfere with the church's plans that I'm already involved in by assisting a friend.
Well, let's see what we can do. Come, let's speak to the Hand. He's had his nose in books all day. It'll do him good to talk to people.
if he's available.
We'll make him available. And you are able to essentially continue heading up this tower to a larger space that you know this is where the hand resides. And doors opened, and the hand is the same mid-60s-year-old bald guy standing in front of you. Vesper, revered mother.
Your Holiness.
To what I have the pleasure.
I have found myself in the employ of someone. I'll just get to the point. Someone who has plans for hell, but at the detriment of the Magisterium, which I don't think is necessarily counter to our work, but far be it for me to assume anything.
Understandable. I appreciate you for letting me know. Keep me abreast of any specific plans you have as you move forward. Strictly speaking, what goes on in hell does not concern us.
Of course, I was more concerned about, I suppose, potentially putting anyone at risk with direct action against the Magisterium. I don't want to put anyone in my family or anyone in the church. None of us need to have a target on our back.
Understandable. On one hand, I imagine some of this could be abated by hiding your identity or your allegiances, assuming you don't get caught if you're not wearing anything or implicating us in any way. I can't imagine they would have much to go on. Unfortunately, if you were to be captured, killed, or identified, I suppose I don't know what would happen.
Then I will endeavor to continue doing my work as I always do, silently.
Sir, this is a difficult organization. They are ruthless, and whether or not your family is involved, whether or not we are specifically guiding your actions, you can be assured they will leave no stone unturned. Rooting out whatever threats they believe exist. Your actions are a reflection on us all, fortunately. I don't mean to say that as judgment. I wish more of us had your dedication and drive. But I suppose all I mean to say is that even if you do your best to protect those you're close to, in the end, it may not be enough. And that's a consideration that you should be taken very seriously.
Of course. I will incorporate your wisdom as I continue to move forward, but I don't see a way forward without taking some risk.
Understandable. Well, let me at least do what I can. And the hand sort of gets up and he walks over to basically a big scroll rack, and he sort of like does one of these and pulls out a couple of scrolls, which he hands to you. One is essentially cure wounds at 3rd level, and another is pass without trace. So you have access to those 2 spells.
Thank you. This is very generous.
Stay alive. Don't get caught.
I will not. I haven't yet. I don't plan to.
Will you be joining the crowds for Visitation Day?
I will. Yeah, I'll be here, hopefully with Grace.
I look forward to seeing you there. Have a good day, Vesper.
Thank you. We'll kind of bow, and then give the customary greeting to Mother Mishka on his way out as well.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Cutting away, Mozz, not Mozz, forgive me, Zahir, you received this letter. You got work tonight. What are you up to now?
Let's see. He just finished work, he said?
You've got work tonight.
Oh.
The job from Caroline.
Oh. The first thing, if they have work to do tonight, they have something to get prepared for, they would get ready, maybe get back into town, get a room for the night. And they would take out a jade necklace that they have around their neck, and hang it, pretty much whisper a name that he hasn't really heard out loud for a while, and he can't really set out for that. Can he go straight towards the job afterwards, or is there something like we're just preparing before?
You have time. You have free time.
Then he's going to climb up to the a good view in the city for a little bit. Probably pick up something to snack on and toast with, like a little bit of whiskey if he could find it, and have his dinner, have something, a view, and some food.
Sure, absolutely. One of the best locations that one of the most scenic views you might be able to get is down at the lighthouse by the docks. If you are able to grab some food on your way. It's not difficult to kind of get your way, and you just need to pay the keeper like a silver or 2 to keep his mouth shut and let you by, and you're able to scale up, sit down, watch the ships come in and go out. As you do this, there is a feeling, a kind of rush that just kind of flows through you, and before you know it, you turn and look to your side, and there your patron is, the Angel of the Presence, seated beside you. He says nothing for the moment.
This seat was just for one.
I wanted to see how you were doing.
Good view. Good food. Not too bad.
You're involved with something very big.
Is that so? How big are we talking? No, don't tell me, actually.
What is important to you about what's happening right now?
About nothing except answers, and she provides answers. Or a way to get them.
What if I had one answer for you?
I would say you would be winning because that's one more than you would have from me and on any other day. And he would take like a big gulp out of the bottle and just be just pointed to his patron. Oh.
Your patron, I don't think, takes the bottle, takes a sip. Her husband is coming to Zenith. A guest of
Alone?
the Magisterium. Essentially alone. Lightly guarded, perhaps.
So I guess there is a reason why I should be there.
What will you do?
I need to find her. So I guess if that is where he'll be, then maybe I can find answers for her. But your little gift, what does that come with?
Nothing.
That's shocking.
You are the last person available for me to work with. You know, I thought Kobo was going to kill you.
Possibly.
He was. Fiercely driven. He was attached to the faith. In a singular way. I suppose I don't. Suppose I don't know you well enough to make those claims about you.
Oh, no, you don't. And the faith, all that to me, until I met her, it doesn't really make sense.
Well, I'll be interested to see how you proceed.
If you want a ticket to the show, then give your the other one, the one who sleeps while I'm awake. Give me something. Give me a reason why You chose me.
That's actually a good question. Zahir, what was it like when you first made contact with this thing?
The feeling of like complete cowardice and inability to do something that is out of their power, their grasp. Zahir was always working for something, well, not working in a way, but just didn't have any thought or mind or care. They were part of the city and not really a considered part of the city. So they got food what they need, slept where they need to, smiled and winked at people with filled their heart to what they needed. And then when they lost everything, they were met with the angel.
Gotcha. The angel pauses briefly, then turns back to you. It was your love. Unbounded and untethered by reason or measured approaches. The only thing that separated you from her was power. So I suppose I just wanted to know what would happen if you got power. What would that do to your love?
He does a little smile and clutches back at the jade necklace, looks back up at the view, and closes his eyes, just taking it on like a little memory. The answer they gave was what he expected. We can rise to it is, I guess, the question.
When you look up, the angel of the presence is gone. The only thing that you see in the place where it once was is a small, like, bulbous flask about yay big with a sort of bubbling red-orange liquid inside. There's a small tag. It just says Fireball. This is essentially a single cast of the Fireball spell.
He just shakes his head and doesn't understand for a second, but internally there's this laughter, there's this enjoyment, like seeing pure energy, like something that they could do. And he like hits at his chest. Is like, shut up. You'll get to play with it soon.
Wonderful. Eris, Caroline's message is only the second letter to reach your possession today. The first says, I would like to speak with you in person. Meet me at the Lich Lord Tavern. Signed, the King. You would know this is the person who leads the Delvers Guild and who tepidly indicated that he would be an ally to you.
She'll probably go. But she might use. She's most likely going to be using a different face than the one she showed the king when they were all gathered there at the end of their last mission.
Sure.
So she'd probably take the form of a rather gruff tiefling, red skin, long hair, almost if flamboyant was a if almost like the embodiment of a flamboyant adventurer was a word, you'd have this person essentially.
Absolutely. Sure. So you're able to proceed through the lower ward of the city into the Witch Lord Tavern. The barkeeper Nettle, kind of like gives you a wave. You go up 2 flights of stairs to this small, like, interior balcony type space. There's a large brazier that is, there's a fire underneath it, and this thing is just puffing out a sort of milky white smoke or steam. This is the same appearance you used previously, so you would be recognized. Is that correct?
No, this isn't going to be the same appearance. This would be
Gotcha.
a different one. Yeah.
Different. Okay.
Yeah.
Then you approach, and as you get up to that sort of 3rd story interior balcony, you're kind of stopped by these 2 burly figures. One is an orc with like long black hair that's kind of tied to a tight ponytail. Another is a large minotaur woman with like a large hammer that she's just kind of rested on one shoulder.
Holds up their hands like, whoa, chill. I believe I'm expected.
And what reason do we have to believe that?
Ask your boss.
The Minotaur woman just kind of, boss, do you know this fella? And he looks, and this is not an appearance you've used before, correct?
Not to him, but she will, in case. She does have the letter on that was sent to her just in case, but she will try to at least signal to the king that, like, hey.
Okay, sure. Let me roll an insight check for him. That's not gonna do it. That was a 2. He just looks at you. Can I help you, stranger?
Well, I was hoping you could help me. Holds out the letter that was sent to her.
Eris. Hey, come in. You should leave with that next time.
Oh, can't excuse a girl for wanting to have a bit of fun, can you?
No, I suppose not. Here, come in, take a seat.
She does so, and she'll probably shapeshift back into her normal form because while it was fun, it would get rather annoying to keep that form up.
Yeah. So you're working with Caroline to fight the Magisterium, is that correct?
For now.
Understandable. So, I have a favor to ask.
Oh, cutting right to the point, are we?
Yes.
All right. Must be important if you wanted to talk to me personally.
I have somewhat of an idea of the job that Caroline is going to be asking you to do. She's going to be asking you to intercept some cargo. One of the people with that cargo is one of our guys. I want to make sure he's not killed, but he'll be in cover.
Wow. Okay.
I haven't been able to get in touch with him. I don't know how he will react to being waylaid.
Interesting.
He's an archer. Should be the only one of the group. Is that something you can help me with?
I'll see what I can do.
Good to know.
I will say, might cost you a little bit, but I'll see what I can do.
Understandable in this line of work. Speaking of, why are you doing this? I've
Why,
heard
indeed.
of you briefly. Some of your skills would stand to make a lot more money working for the Magisterium rather than against them. It would probably be better for your health.
Yeah, you are quite right in that regard. Although, let's just say there are certain things the Magisterium does that might not be the best for my business methods, and there are certain actions they've done that don't quite sit well with me.
Understandable. I feel similarly.
And besides, who doesn't love a good shake-up now and then?
Go ahead and actually, I'll give this one to you for free. The king laughs at this, and you're plugged into the city enough to know that one of the reasons that if the Magisterium gets deposed, the divers are really the only people who are really suited to fill that vacuum.
And besides, as I stand to recall, this little arrangement with Caroline does seem to stand like a win-win for you.
Admittedly, it is. I have my own reasons for disliking the Magisterium and being willing to put pressure on them. But even if I didn't, it'd be good for business.
You're telling me. Oh, I can almost smell the money rolling in from it.
The king pauses for a moment, turns to you. Do you take Cloud? You would know Cloud is a recreational drug that is used to induce visions.
I've been known to partake once or twice, if I'm feeling up for it or in a creative rut, shall we say.
The fumes are good today. He just sort of gestures at the brazier that's just spewing this vapor. You're welcome to try it if you'd like.
You know what? Let's fate roll for that.
Fate roll, let's go.
It was above a 10. We're going in.
You're going in? All right.
Going in.
Hell yeah. You walk up to the brazier. It's pretty hot. There's a large fire under this bitch to keep all the stuff bubbling. It's a weird milky white liquid that's just constantly puffing out all of this vapor. Imagine it like a supersized like essential oil diffuser. And yeah, you're able to just walk right up and just kind of like lean over and just and at this point, I'm going to ask you to make a quick, give me 1 second. I'm going to ask you to make a quick wisdom saving throw real fast.
Ooh, love that.
No.
Love that. Reload this real quick. Alright, wisdom saving throw. That should be interesting. That's a natural one.
Natural one.
No!
Okay. You walk up to this thing and you inhale. Intellectually, you know that cloud induces visions. They always have something to do with the city. They're always a person, that the lived experience of a person in the city. Sometimes that person is in the past. Sometimes it's the experience of a person right now. Sometimes, ostensibly, it's an experience from the future. And so far on like testable visions, they've been proven true. There's sometimes it's inconclusive, and very rarely you will hear about one that's just flat out didn't happen.
Okay.
So that's it. You walk up to the brazier, and you inhale the cloud, and it almost washes over you as the world around you kind of like goes soft. It's still there. Like if you were to focus real hard, and if you weren't to fail your wisdom saving throw, you'd be able to keep the world in vision while running through this hallucination you're having. But you are completely overwhelmed. You're completely overtaken. All of your senses kind of shut down, and you are enveloped in this. What unfortunately for you in this moment turns out to be a nightmare.
Love that.
You find yourself staring up at a blood red sky. In the middle of the city, there are things, monsters, devils maybe, flitting around from building to building, hopping around, causing chaos, attacking people. There are explosions you hear in the distance, and before you, most concerningly, you see in his 20-30 foot tall grandeur Asmodeus, the king of hell, rampaging through the city, attacking people, and generally just causing excessive wanton violence.
I think Eris definitely wasn't prepared to be that immersed in the vision for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So it definitely caught her off guard. So that being that combined with the what it is she's actually seeing, she is actually like legitimately surprised. And while she wouldn't say this to anyone else, she is actually fearful of this, because this is like, danger aside from like what she's experienced as like a thief doing jobs, she's been close to death multiple times. But even just seeing chaos and just death on like a scale like this is something foreign to her.
Sure.
And she does not like the feeling it's giving off.
As you continue to watch before the vision fades, it's a bizarre scene. It's like the sky opens up. You look up in this just blood red, unnatural mess, and you see something is in front of the sun, almost like an eclipse. You assume that must be the case, but it's just so difficult to tell with just the chaos and the carnage that surrounds you. As this happens, it's almost like a light emanates from behind the moon. It's baffling and surreal, but it's almost as if the red is being pushed out from inwards, and the blue of the sky returns, and a booming voice just descends down from above. You hear this cry of indignant rage. Faith is mine! And it cuts. You find yourself back in the Lich Lord Tavern.
Upon like returning to herself, she's immediately just going to be like, I think even while she was having that hallucination, her physical body was definitely still kind of experiencing the fear. So even when she returns to herself, she's gonna find herself being sweaty, almost like weirdly like having a higher heart rate, almost to the point of hyperventilating, but not quite there yet. But whatever she saw definitely affected her.
Absolutely. The king watches on from his throne a few feet back. Difficult sight.
You wouldn't believe me even if I told you.
Such is the nature of things.
Oh. Well, That certainly put quite. That certainly put quite the pep in my step. Not in the way I would have quite have liked.
It's always a risk, isn't it? You act, and then just something happens regardless.
Such the way. Such is the way.
Such is the way.
Well, she'll probably check the time. If it's getting close to the appointed time of the job, she'll probably get going.
Mhm.
About your job, like I said, I'll do what I can to get your man back safely. But
Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, Beseech, we're gonna hop to you in a moment.
Sweet.
But everybody, the time arrives where you are requested to meet Mara and Caroline at a shop called Popular Artifice. This is Mara Gallagher's shop. This is one of the most cutting-edge, advanced alchemy, or not alchemy, excuse me, artifice laboratories, possibly in the world. They are responsible for the rapid proliferation of firearms throughout the city, before regulations caught up to technology and kind of severely limited the ability to proliferate these weapons. And if anyone would like to roll like a history check to possibly gain a little more context for what this place is, you can. But otherwise, you arrive on time.
All right. Friends, hello. It's good to see you all. Hello, how are we all doing? I've missed you all. Are we ready for another exciting day?
I don't really want this to be exciting, to be honest with you.
If no one else will, and they'll go right up to Beseech and just give him like a big hug.
Yeah!
I fucking love this bromance already.
Hugs him back. Just, oh, yes. Oh, oh, I love it here. Oh, yes, this is good.
You sleep well.
Yeah, I slept pretty well. How about you guys?
Yeah, as well as one could.
Same as ever.
All right. So, shall we begin?
And lead the way.
Do, 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 do.
Maybe with a different song.
Do, 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 do.
As Beseech continues to cycle through music in his head, trying to gain approval from Zahir, you eventually make your way into Popular Artifice. It is a large open space. There are display counters everywhere for various items, everything from firearms to inscrutable mechanical gadgets to pills. Pretty much anything that you could conceptualize as being on the cutting edge of its respective field, there's probably an item representative of that progress in this shop. You would also notice that, interestingly enough, it's empty in here, which is not usually the case if you've ever gone weapon shopping or just poking around at the latest marvels of technology. The only two people inside are Caroline and Mara, who you kind of notice a bit of a similarity in them. You know, at least once or twice these two have referred to each other as sisters, and while that's obviously like not strictly the case, there's a resemblance. Caroline, for her part, is sitting on like a counter, just like arms crossed, like kicking her feet. And Mara is pacing back and forth, and they seem to be in the middle of an argument.
Oh,
But they both stop as you enter. Caroline jumps up. Hello! Thank you all for coming.
hi, honey.
Oh. Uh, Caroline gives you a hug and a kiss, Beseech.
What can we do for you, dear?
Mara speaks up. We have work to do. There's a necromancer coming in town. Friend of the Magisterium, but not officially. If you could kill her and find out what cargo she's moving, I think that would help a lot. Caroline cuts in. A little inelegant, but yes, that is the idea.
All right. So, why do we have to kill this person? What do they do? Are they a big baddie or a small baddie or medium? What's the size of what we got here?
It's Caroline speaking. Small to medium baddie, I suppose. Well, I suppose if nothing else, this person is working with the Magisterium and has developed a weapon. We're not sure on the details that she intends to use against Asmodeus, and well, she's not exactly popular with the leadership of the Magisterium. So if you could remove her, that would be helpful, because they wouldn't have reached out to her if she didn't have something to offer.
Can do.
This is Mara speaking, and it goes without saying, whatever she's carrying or moving, we're going to want to look at that. This is, as we understand, something that's going to be used against Asmodeus himself. So, no, whatever they can use, I assume we can as well.
There we go. That's the idea I like right there. Use that shit. Yes. This is gonna be fantastic.
How guarded is this shipment?
Mara speaks up. As far as I'm aware, Junk here, and she points at a little mechanized monkey. Says there are 4 guards, none of them mages. Granted, the necromancer will be traveling with them as well, so you can expect 5 individuals, one of them a mage.
Not terrible.
Not terrible. Something I'm certain the 4 of you can accomplish with relative ease.
Right. Well, I'm ready to go. Who's else ready? Who do we need to do like a team exercising bonding? Do you know, to get everyone all jazzed up?
God, please, no.
Sierra's giving like the most like side eye like she possibly could. Like, and ruin these clothes? I think not.
I thought we already bonded as a team when we were at the funeral.
Yes, but it was just like a nice little warm up, just for. Oh, okay, it's. All right. No, that's okay. I'll just add
We'll
that
do
to...
team bonding later, buddy.
Yay!
And they kind of like look back to Eris and Vesper and just like.
Besides, I can think of a much better way for team bonding. It's called alcohol.
Oh.
Mara kind of like knocks on like a table or a desk or something. Here.
All right. Let's do this.
The 4 of you can feel free to engage in whatever drinking games you need to, but frankly, you had my interest at kill Magisterium member.
Caroline sort of nudges you, Vesper. Come on, four's a crowd, five's a party.
Good luck getting that one to drink. We've all tried, and unfortunately, he seems to have a, how can we call it? Mm, very serious condition of called being a spoil sport.
Fine. Fine. Let's negotiate. Don't need to drink, you just need to have fun. Can you do that for us?
If a magister's blood is spilled, then it's about as close to fun as I tend to get these days.
Morbid. I love it.
Zahir like burps a little bit, just like don't say it too loud. He's getting too excited with you, Esper.
Finally,
Eris
someone I have something in common with.
Eris is gonna look at Zahir. It's like, one day you really have to explain to me how all that happened.
One day. Enough. Let's walk.
As you're heading out, Besiege.
Uh-oh.
You're walking, right? You're walking
Yeah.
with your friends to a place. All of a sudden, you feel a tap on your shoulder. You turn around and you see a figure. Red robes, faceless white mask. This is one of the adherents to the Red Presence, a deity of sorts.
Oh no.
Besiege?
Hello.
I am a friend of your wife. She asked me to speak with you.
Oh, okay. Well, a friend of Caroline is a friend of me. So, I'm a little busy. So, if we could make this quick, I have an important mission to go on with my party. So, what can I do for you?
Certainly. We can be quick. Could you give us 5 minutes?
All right. Guys, I'll be back. I just gotta talk to this very nice person. They're not scary or creepy. They're just cool beans.
You see a figure in red robes, hooded red robes, and a blank white faceless mask. This person is culty as fuck.
These are the same ones who attended Mephisto's funeral, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I think Vesper would probably stop in his tracks and just cross his arms and silently just stare at Besiege like, we're not going on. We're not leaving.
Besiege just kind of like gives like a shaky thumbs up, just like,
Besiege, do you follow this individual?
Yes, I follow with like an Eldritch blast gun, just like behind my back, just in case something goes shaky wrong.
Just locked and loaded?
Lock and loaded.
Alright, hell yeah. You progress, not super far. You make your way from Popular Artifice, which is sort of in a middle class area of the city, down towards the city gates, which is generally rather where more affordable housing is located. You walk, you pass through narrow, twisting alleys, and eventually you're brought to what just feels like a random, abandoned house. And this person just walks right in. You follow?
Yes.
You don't sound very confident.
Because I'm scared, okay?
Fair enough. You follow into this abandoned house, and you find maybe a dozen other people in the red robes and the white masks, already engaged in some kind of ceremony or something. It's hard to tell. Go ahead, and if you would like, you could roll an insight check, or not an insight, a religion check to try and make sense of what's going on.
Okay.
But otherwise, you walk into these 12 figures who are all gathered around a cauldron, kind of chanting or praying or singing or something along those lines, arms raised up, extended at the sky, looking upwards around this bubbling cauldron.
Fuck. All right. Yeah, that was a 7 on the insight, so I don't know shit.
Yeah, unfortunately, you are not able to suss out really anything about what's going on. Whatever language is being spoken, it's not tracking with you as to what this is. You come in and see all this, and what happens next is almost more of a blur than a an experience. But these people sort of continue to engage in their prayer, their ritual, and one of them dips a cup into this cauldron and pulls out a bubbling blood red liquid and extends it to you.
Oh no! Oh
We would
god!
ask you to commune with us.
Who am I communing with?
The red presence.
Could I pretend to like drink it and stuff? Or there's too many eyes on me.
I mean, sure. I mean, nothing's stopping you from trying.
Okay.
It'll probably be difficult, but go ahead and roll a deception roll. We'll call this a difficulty like 20.
Yep, that's fair. Okay, come on. Come on. Nope, that's an 8.
So I'll give you a chance then. What happens when you realize that they're all looking at you and they can tell you're not drinking? What happens once the cold realization creeps in that they know you're faking?
All right, let's be real. What the fuck is going on? You want me in your cult? What is this?
They look almost confused for a moment before one of them, the one who had been speaking to you, speaks up. Your ally, Caroline, said you desired to become a legend. Said you desired that your actions be known and mythologized. We worship these legends. The alignment of the lower passions of anger and lust and feeling, when that is aligned with the higher passions of knowledge and wisdom and contextual action, that is the core, the peak, the purpose of us people. In you, we have been told that that can be seen. And so we ask to commune with you. We've been told you're capable of greatness. We have faith in you.
Did Caroline put you up to this, or was it somebody else?
Caroline merely informed us of some of your accomplishments of late. Traversal of Hell. Private confidants of the Archdevil Mephistopheles. These are glorious things. We desire your communion. We want to commune with you. Forgive me if I had thought you had a higher level of familiarity with our purpose here, but forgive me that had not been communicated well.
No, we definitely need to work on that. We definitely need to work on that. First off, communication is key. Second off, it's not lust, okay? Lust is it is love, understandably. Let's get that clear.
Forgive me. When I say lust, I do not mean to specifically attribute that to you as an individual. But lust is one of the lower passions. It's a feeling that drives us rather than a complex knowledge. A higher passion.
Well then. To Mesophoth, to good old Fisty.
The cult of the Red Presence bows silently as you consume this bubbling red liquid. It tastes like blood. It tastes like metal. It goes down hard.
All right. So, anything else? Am I gonna sprout wings? Am I gonna be set ablaze here? What's gonna happen?
In the middle of this speech, forgive me, not speech. In the middle of your questions, Beseech, your vision begins to blur and darken. You lose fine control of your faculties, and you pass out.
Ah!
And that is where we're going to hit our break.
Ah, no!
So thanks everybody for sticking around so far. We are going to take a quick 5-minute break. Come right back with some action. Yeah, go ahead, drink some water, pet your pets. We'll be right back. Hello, everybody. Oh, that is adorable. I'm sorry, I just saw the Beseech. I just saw it. Oh my gosh.
Really that is
I'm
actually
sorry,
really
I'm
good.
distracted. That's adorable. Hello, everybody. I apologize for my distraction. But welcome back to Zenith. Welcome back to the second half of the session. Nate had to dip out for personal reasons, but we're going to be continuing on. Yeah, as we return, Eris, Zahir, and Vesper, Beseech goes away. He follows this red-robed, blank-masked individual and just doesn't fucking return.
So is he coming back, do you think? Or
I'm gonna
We don't
guess
have a
no.
watch, but no.
I'm going to guess no.
every single thing we try to do, somebody needs to put him on some kind of leash.
Well, wow, I didn't think you were the type of person to be into leashes.
Wouldn't you like to know? I guess we move ahead without him.
We'll have to.
You have been given
Is
a
he-
map. Go ahead.
Zahir's just like, is he going to be all right? He's fine. He's fine. He makes good decisions, better than us. He's
Jury's a little bit out on that one, but
okay. Okay.
All right. So, you have been given essentially a map of where this cargo is going to be moved through. Roughly, there will be a this thing is going to enter in the gates of the city shortly before they close for the night, and is going to be progressing through the lower ward towards the magisterial tower. This large, glowing blue-green crystalline structure in the center of the city. Sorry, give me 1 second. All right. Yeah. Y'all have the opportunity to sort of essentially situate yourselves in an ambush however you would like to. What kind of things are you considering as you position yourselves?
Advantage, viewpoints,
Sure.
base to, well, they have a good range on the Eldritch Blast, but still, it's good to see their targets. So,
Absolutely.
so here, Lake's rooftops, like as high as they could go. So they will try to see what everyone else is setting up and be that anchor point, or the other side.
All right.
Eric's just kind of keeping close to her target. Because she's either going to try to knock him out so that it's like, oh, she's fighting him so she doesn't look like she actually kills him, or just try to get him to just whisper like, hey, I need to knock you out, but your majesty says hi. At least tell him that she's sent by the king so he doesn't go all ape shit on her.
Absolutely. And Vesper, what are you looking for?
As usual, remaining unseen is paramount, so I think that ring of invisibility is going to come in handy as he positions himself on a rooftop that is not already occupied by any of the other party members. I think that he purposely picks maybe one on the other side of the road just for like a larger kind of sort of like field of vision.
Absolutely.
So that we're not all staring at the same side of the target.
Exactly, especially knowing that you're going to be fighting a mage, not bunching up is standard practice. And
since Fireball has been invented,
recently too.
Recently invented.
It's
the
true,
cutting edge of violence. All right. You all are able to post up. So essentially, night continues to fall. The sun sets and shadows grow longer as you watch your map. As you watch the time, consult your map, and begin to take up positions. Let me change the music. Actually, and sorry, we'll scattered right now. Anyway, you're able to take your positions and wait, essentially. Before anything else happens, I'm going to ask for a perception check from everybody involved. At this point, as you're waiting, the sun has dipped below the horizon, and it is dark. The primary lights you're getting are whatever is emanating from inside various windows and interiors.
That was a natural 20.
Hey,
Rude. Yeah. Anyone else?
17.
17. All right.
Not a natural 20, but I got fairly close. I got what was it? Where's my perception?
All right.
22.
All right. So yeah, then I would say you all see, before anything else shows up, you see a bat. A single bat. There are not a ton of bats in this city, but you see one here now, and it's flying irregularly, almost aimlessly as compared to other animals you've seen, other birds and flying creatures. Doesn't seem to be pursuing any prey or anything like that. As you continue to look, a glint, a glow from its eyes sort of catches your attention. There's a dull red glow, a subtle intelligence behind this animal, and I would say you would be able to identify with a reasonable degree of certainty that this is a familiar, and it just seems to be flying up and down, back and forth, as you hear the scrape of metallic wheels on the rough cobbled streets of the lower ward of Zenith.
What can what is it? Where is it here? Is what can they see Vesper?
Yeah, I would say you probably can.
Vesper, does it look like you're kind of looking for a all out, like, let's go get started, or like, are we just following them for a little bit?
I think stealth mode was paramount. I think seeing a familiar and knowing what a familiar is, and being familiar with familiars, I think that it probably has Vesper's attention. And I think he probably is trying to make eye contact with either of you to, like, we should probably, he's thinking, like, we should probably kill this thing. But I think he'll just kind of knowingly look at it and look back at both Zahir and Eris, kind of trying to gauge readiness before jumping into action. Because, to be fair, also not entirely sure that it is involved. It probably is, but he's probably got his bow at the ready and waiting for an indication.
Yeah, Zahir was looking for that too. And seeing their eyes meet, they're just going to um uh turn to get ready, and they'll start like hitting, like waking it up, but nothing's coming in, and he just like and just um looks to Eris, and well, they're down below, right? So they would kind of um it feels like they have something to do with it. So Zahir just makes that face back to Vesper, like it needs to go.
Eris is probably going to be ready as well. So I think upon seeing some of the eye contact from Vesper, they're probably going to have their rapier in hand, and just try to get like primed and ready for an ambush in case it comes to that. But because when it comes to killing familiars, she can't handle range, like, or at least range stuff. She's leaving that to those two, considering that's not really her forte.
Is anyone going to take a shot, or are you going to wait until the carriage arrives?
The fuck it, I'm gonna shoot at it.
All right, hell yeah, let's see it.
Is there a thing in D&D where you can shoot at things together? Or is it?
You can certainly both roll at the same time. Are
That's
you?
what some things Zahir would do. Would be like they would just be like ready at it,
Mhm.
and seeing Vesper be like, okay, three, two, one, kind of.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Yeah, you can both attack at the same time. Um, so go ahead and roll an attack roll for, I assume, Eldritch Blast. All right, cool. And Seth, I already saw you roll.
25 to hit.
25 to hit. That'll do it. And then Mozz, let me know what you got as well.
Um, let's see. That is an 18 plus 8 for a 26.
Damn. All right. Yeah, that'll do it for sure. Um, yeah. What does it look like as you combined to knock this familiar out of the sky?
I think we're on opposite sides on opposing buildings. So in my brain, and Mozz can add to this or edit as she sees fit. I like to think of it as just like a 3-2-1 thing, like you were saying, and it's just like a bolt of this magical lightning of whatever cool color his warlock spells happen to be, and then an arrow meeting their target simultaneously.
Yep.
He has his hands out like a gun out, and he's waiting for Kamar, and he knows like Kamar's the one who has this, and it's not working, so he's just like closing his eyes, like please 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 work, please please please, um and it comes out like two blasts out, and just a deep like, oh thank God.
Absolutely. So as you hear this metallic scraping of wheels approach, you two are able to take aim at this bat, and almost supernaturally in the dark of night, you are able to hit this thing at the same time, dead on from both sides. It essentially just, in a puff of pink mist, just is destroyed pretty much on impact. As this happens, you don't get any sort of discernible feedback until shortly after an armored wagon essentially rolls through the street with 4 armed guards sort of looking around very intently. Excuse me. 4 armed guards are looking around very intently as this wagon progresses down the street. Can everyone make a stealth check real quick? Or, alternatively, attack rolls.
So how far up is this building? And how
20.
much is the fall damage if I jumped off it?
Let's call yours 20 feet, and let's say that'll be 2d6 damage.
Now, if I jumped onto the moving vehicle.
I would say if you're able to make that's a pretty far jump.
Okay.
So you would,
Well, like when it passes.
yeah. Let me quickly check out how far that is real quick to see if that's viable. A 30-foot jump. What's your strength score?
Not that good, actually.
Yeah, so I don't think it's likely that you're going to be able to make a jump. You would have to be assisted by some
I
kind
thought it was
of.
acrobatics, so I was hoping on
Yeah.
that, but
Actually, no, this thing can't be more than like 8 feet tall. So from a 20-foot vantage point, you might be able to get it. I'd say it would require an athletics check.
okay. Good to know. Good to know.
Yeah.
Um, Stealth 16.
Stealth 16. All right. That'll do it.
21.
That'll do it.
Give me one second while I find my stealth modifier.
Mm-hmm. Sure thing.
Stealth 26.
Stealth 26. All right. That'll do it as well. The cart is in your field of vision, and it continues to roll forward. The guards, for all of their intent peeping, do not seem to find you. What's your first move?
They have two people on each side, right?
Yes, 4 individuals total.
As they're passing through, is there a way to silently get to them?
Like sneak up to be within like melee range?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would say that's possible. It would require like a stealth check or something along those lines. But yeah, you could get close. You're also welcome to do any kind of perception checks, arcana checks, anything along those lines if you'd like to gather information.
I think Eris would like to gather some information for a sec, because obviously she's seeing two people. She'd like to see if she can find out anything about where the necromancer might be, if not inside the cart, just to like, if they're not like watching from like anywhere, somewhere trailing behind even.
Sure thing. I'll give you that one for free. There are doors on the side of this wagon. They are towards the front. There's a window essentially. But you can't necessarily see into that.
Okay.
But reason suggests that the necromancer is going to be one of two places, either in the front of the cart or in back with the cargo. And this thing is magically self-propelled. There are no horses drawing it. It's just an armored wagon.
Okay.
It is what appears to you to be solid steel. So I wouldn't expect anything to penetrate it unless you try real hard to make that happen.
Fireball is a single use, right?
Sure is. Yep.
Okay. Just storing information.
I didn't think my meme would come to pass.
Anyway, my bow is trained on the rogue, I think it is. That's the back. It looks like it's at the back of the wagon.
Yep.
I do want to, like, just for my brain, the tokens are all facing like downwards. Is that like the direction in which they're marching?
They're marching up.
Okay, so they are going that way.
Yeah, it's just a token art thing.
Yeah, that's why I was like, because who I try to hit is important. Sorry,
Yeah, for
Abhishek,
sure.
I didn't mean to cut you off. I just needed to.
No, you're good.
establish
Yeah,
that.
I was.
Let me
That actually helped
point
me
you-
a lot too, actually. So
Let me
I'm
point
glad
you
you
towards
asked.
the direction they're walking.
All right, please go ahead. It sounded like you had a thing.
I was gonna go for my target, but if they're coming up, that's gonna be a bit of a problem. So
How tall have we established how tall the wagon is?
6 to 8 feet.
Okay. Not great. I still kind of want to make an attack roll against that warrior in the back.
Hell yeah. Does everyone want to make an attack at the same time? Start this off with a
Yeah.
bang.
might as
Yes.
well, honestly.
All right. Cool.
Okay. I think I have an idea. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, everyone. We're not in initiative yet, so you're able to freely act and then kind of get the drop on these fellas. So go ahead and let me know what you'd like to do.
Yeah, I am 100% going to be like attempting to attack from what am I trying to say? God, from stealth, from like I don't know if there's cover on the top of a building, but from the shadows.
Yeah,
whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, you're in a stealthy position. And certainly, if you run back against the building, they'll be able to lose sight of you very quickly. So yeah, you're essentially in stealth.
Yeah,
Who would you
that's
like to be
the
attacking?
idea. I want to attack the one that looks like a warrior that's on my side of the wagon. That's in the back behind that rogue.
Lower right. All right, cool.
Sorry, my mic muted. Yes.
All right, Vesper is going for the individual on the lower right. Zahir, Eris? How are we starting this party?
I mean, if attacks are being let off, I think the only really thing that Eris can do, unfortunately, for an attack is to get into the range of her target. So she's just gonna enact her plan to just go up and just try to knock him out and just whisper. Either get him in like a hold, but kind of
Mhm.
whisper, "Hey, you're the king. Like your Majesty says hello. Play along."
Sure. And Zahir?
Yeah, as they're doing it all together, need to check one more thing. What is the distance? They're going to trying to see if okay, only on this side. For the two people on this side, they're going to cast they're going to like put their hands to the ground and their body like starts shaking to cast shatter, but right at the center of the like armored car to get whoever's inside, if there is, but at least two people. I think they're the only ones I think that are 10 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see from where this is where you're. Shit. Let me grab my ruler. I'm sorry. I wasn't expecting area of effect. Let me see. So if you were to cast Shatter at this location, you would hit 1, 2. Yeah. So you would hit the people on your side and potentially any individuals inside. All right. Cool. All right. Let's do some shit. Can I get an attack roll to start from Vesper? Abhishek, go ahead and you can begin. You can move your token, and we can say you begin to attempt to put this person in a hold, and I will begin to roll some saving throws.
I do want to use my sharpshooter feat.
Sure.
So I'll be taking a -5 to potentially add more damage.
And because you are hidden, you will be getting advantage.
Sweet.
So what happens essentially is this. You all hear this wagon approaching, and it soon comes into your field of vision. You quickly realize it is fucking go time. You make rapid eye contact. Vesper, you look to the corner on the street and you see Eris sort of plastered against a wall, dagger in hand, ready to spring. You see Zahir sort of like crouched into some kind of position preparing to cast a spell, and it is at this point you let loose the first arrow in the dead of night.
That is, I can do math. 24 to hit.
24 to hit, that'll fucking do it.
And now I get to roll a bunch of d6s.
Mozz, can you start rolling damage for Shatter? Abhishek, are you trying to grapple this person? Make a non-lethal attack roll. What's your mechanical?
We're gonna go with non-lethal attack roll because I'm pretty sure I don't have the strength to be able to grapple. So
all right, so let's see an attack roll, and then once you all get your first strike rolls done, let's go ahead and roll some initiative as well.
Okay.
From sharpshooter feat, the total to that damage is 20.
20, yeah, that'll do it. So for sure. So
Jesus.
as you all begin to move, the first thing to sort of pierce the monotonous rumbling of the wagon wheels is as an arrow is fired, and then you hear a metallic scrape and a fleshy kind of as Vesper, your arrow just sort of pierces straight into the neck of this individual, and you kill him in one hit. Do I have shadow damage or an attack roll? Attack roll. I'm sorry from.
Yeah, you can go first. Yeah.
Shatter damage is 16 on full, 8 on a half save.
All right, and what is your save DC?
16.
16. All right, we have one save. I'm gonna give that to Eris's target. So and that was 16 damage full.
Mm-hmm.
16 damage full. Let me quickly check. Motherfucker. 16 will just do it. And so as you kind of crouch down and like focus all of your energy and kind of give a final press, a final push of expelling that magic from your system and expending that spell slot. For the silence and subtlety of that first arrow, as everyone just begins to turn, there's a loud bang that emanates for hundreds of feet in every direction as shatter is cast. This guy down here is just sort of immediately knocked off of his feet and just crumples and falls flat. In the midst of that, the shatter, the archer that you are targeting, Eris, sort of stumbles forward, gripping their ears, and it is in this moment that you can make your approach. And your attack roll was
19 total.
19. That'll do it. What does your attack look like?
So I think kind of adapting to the situation, she was essentially going to go with the pommel essentially of her weapon, just kind of go straight across the temple.
Pommel to the temple. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll like sneak attack damage for that.
Oh man, I was actually gonna ask if that applied or not.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's regular. Yeah, it's regular weapon damage plus sneak attack damage, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, double checking because I gotta get my other d6s out.
Yeah. Mozz and Seth, do you have initiative for me?
Yes, 13.
13
get
for
it.
Kamar. Are you Kamar yet?
Nope.
Interesting.
Nice.
It's a 13.
13 for Vesper as well.
Final d6. Come on. All right, so let's roll that.
Ooh, that's a 19 for the guards.
Oh, hiss.
That's a 4 for hidden enemy number 1.
Okay, good. Better.
That's a 7 for hidden enemy number 2.
Better. Uh-huh.
And that is a...
I like that face.
for hidden enemy number 3.
What was it?
Like
20.
Oh, I don't like that at all.
Eris, what's your damage and what's your initiative?
21 on the sneak attack damage. Well, the weapon plus sneak attack damage.
Oh, that'll absolutely do it. Yeah, for sure. So you're able to just dart out from your cover in this alleyway, and as this person is bent forward, clutching their head, they like stand up, reeling. They see you. You just begin to reach back for an arrow to knock in their bow, and before they are able to do that, you close the gap and just bonk, and this person just collapses. They're alive and breathing, but definitely out for the count.
And initiative is 19.
Initiative is 19. Hell yeah! All right, let me put this in order real quick. All right. Okay. Let's get this party started. So, you hear muffled, but obviously very loud cursing emanate from the sort of driver's portion of this cart. And it is at this point when a dark shadow sort of just from the window of this cart, and at this point you see of the people who are dead, this kind of blue purple shadow just kind of plunge into the corpses. And as this happens, they writhe and shake on the ground, and pushing out from inside the skin, skeletons begin to emerge. And as they push out from the musculature and the skin and the organs of their former bodies. These shadowy wraiths sort of corporealize alongside the skeletons. So each dead person here spawns a skeleton and a shadow. And that is the necromancer's turn. Eris, you're up next.
Alrighty. Sorry, I had to make a quick joke in chat.
Sure.
So I guess seeing the, let's see, we got skeletons and shadows. Can I make a quick perception check about the shadows, like regarding what?
Sure, but I'll take your bonus action for it.
That's fine. Yeah. She kind of wants to take a look at the shadows, see, I guess, if they are, like, I'm assuming she's assuming that if they're shadows, they're probably gonna have some form of like intangibility to them that may make things a little difficult to hit.
All right, so this would be less of an intelligence check and more of or less of a perception check and more of an arcana check.
Okay.
Yeah, so go ahead and make an arcana check real quick.
Let's do that. All right, I have a 0 in arcana, so this should be interesting.
And let's see, the guards are on deck, and then Zahir and Vesper, you're after the remaining guard.
Okay, that was a 5, so I'm pretty sure that doesn't get me anything.
Unfortunately, yeah, that doesn't really provide you with much. They are shadowy, semi-corporeal creatures. There's clearly some tangibility there, but you're not really able to make heads or tails of what these things actually are.
Okay. Then in that case, she'll probably just go straight for the skeletons then.
Straight for the skeleton. All right, let's see it.
Alrighty. So
You're no longer in stealth, so unless you're able to generate advantage or something along those lines,
this will just be regular, yeah.
This will be just regular attacks.
Yeah. That's fine. She'll do a regular attack regardless.
Attack regardless. Let's go.
So we'll do regular roll. That should be a 23 to hit.
23 to hit. Yeah, that'll do it.
Alright, and this is my 9 damage.
9 damage. All right.
And you said I can't. My regular bonus action got taken away, but can I use my cunning action to hide? Well, not hide. Disengage. Sorry.
No, you have already used your bonus action.
That's what I thought.
That,
yeah, that's what I thought.
Mhm.
All right, we're all good here then.
All right. And so we have one guard remaining who, unfortunately, is equipped with melee weapons. So let's see. I think they're going to try and, I think this person's going to try and climb. That is not going to happen. So this person sort of draws a pair of daggers and begins to run up to this building here that Vesper is on top of, not fully understanding what's happening on the other side of the cart, and is just really not able to scale up this. They begin to jump, they begin to climb, and they fall off relatively quickly. And unfortunately, that's that guy's turn. So Vesper and Zahir, you're up next.
I'm still noodling.
Sure.
I may have an idea.
Let's see. Has all I'm sorry, great question. Everyone who was in the moving wagon, they've come out?
No. The first thing that happened, this person was still in the car. Still in the wagon.
Okay, you know, I really want to jump on the moving wagon, but I'm gonna
do it.
Do it.
Great. Zahir just first he's begging, like, please, come on, waking up, trying to wake up Kamar over and over, realizing he needs like a leap of faith. Starts like a running position, launches off the after like a good run off the side to come down right onto the top of this wagon.
All right, sure. Go ahead and make an athletics check.
Please, 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 please. An 18.
18, yeah, that'll do it.
I will say as he comes down, he has like this scream that goes out before all the bandages start wrapping all around him, and then you just hear the scream of
Ooh.
like fear into like a roar of like attack. He just starts scraping the moon sickle onto this top, like knock knock.
Ooh, that's raw as fuck. You still have an action if you'd like to cast any spells or make an attack.
Yeah.
And you can go ahead and move your token as well.
He's gonna do a he's gonna do Eldritch Blast like all around him, like 1-2 onto let's see, here, and I don't know, are they down or the two people, two targets on either side of Eris.
Yeah, so this one is down on either side, so you can get the shadow and the skeleton. Is that cool?
Yeah, perfect.
All right, sure. Go ahead and make 2 attack rolls and let me know the damage for each one.
17 on the first one.
That'll hit.
15 plus 8 for a 23 on the second one. What?
That'll hit. So go ahead and roll some damage for each beam.
11 and 8.
11 and 8. Do you have a preference for how that goes? Actually, yeah, 8 will kill the skeleton, so I'll put 11 on the shadow. All right. So, Eris, as you are standing there, having attacked this the skeleton and quickly realize like, oh shit, I'm kind of outnumbered here. You hear this like roar, this scream of fright, essentially from above you, turn into a roar of energy. There's a thud as Kamar lands on top of this armored wagon, and he spins around and boom, boom, fires off 2 Eldritch Blasts. One of them hits the skeleton that you're facing, just like right in the side of the skull, and the whole thing comes apart in just a spray of bones and shrapnel. The skeleton is down for the count, and then 11 damage comes for the shadow. This sort of colored beam rips out of Kamar's hand and just like strikes this like wobbly, gelatinous kind of shadow figure in it, and kind of wobbles around almost in a weird, flabby kind of way. But it rights itself and still seems kind of intently focusing on you. So let me quickly update these bad boys to being dead and damaged. All right, so this skeleton is down for the count, and this shadow, although you don't have a ton of context for what this thing is supposed to look like, it's not looking great. Vesper, you're up next, right?
Yes. I'm sorry, just for my brain. The shadow that you've just damaged, that was the other thing that came out of one of the bodies. Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, we currently have a player on top of the wagon, but nothing has responded so far.
Nothing has left the wagon.
You mentioned that he was kind of like stabbing the top of the wagon, so is it safe to say that it's just like a cloth covered kind of deal?
No, it is a armored metal
wagon.
Okay. It is solid steel.
And then just 2 doors on each side. Sorry. Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
2 doors on each side, and then like a back double door for cargo.
I see. In that case, how far is this? Oh man, I should take care of the enemies close to me, but I really just want to roll acrobatics to get in that wagon if I can.
Mhm.
That's kind of far though from
The
the
skeletons in the
edge.
shadows and the necromancer are the next 3 to go.
Sigh. Okay. I think. And is this other rogue? That was the one that tried to climb up, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna kill him. That's fine. I'm just gonna make it a plain old attack roll
All right, let's
against
see
that
it.
fool that I just watched fall.
Wraith Shadow Legends. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's what, the moment he said that, I'm like, I had to make a joke.
Excellent.
Plus. So dirty 20.
Dirty 20 will hit for sure. Let's see some damage. You're not hidden, so this will
Yeah,
just
that's
be
fine.
a regular,
Right.
regular roll.
Fine by me. That is a 6 damage.
6 damage, all right. You fire off an arrow, basically having the ability to aim straight down. You catch this person on the shoulder, but it seems their thick leather armor absorbs a solid amount of the impact.
And then for my cunning action, I would like to hide again.
Your cunning action, you'd like to hide again? All
I
right.
would. Step
Go
back
ahead.
to the shadows.
Roll a stealth check.
Sure will.
DC going to be 15.
That's one way for it to land. That's a 25.
Yeah, sure. That'll do it. All right. So, we have skeletons going next. Let's see. 20 feet with a... Yeah, he can make it. So let's see. First thing that's going to happen is, Kamar, you're standing on top of this wagon. You're ready. You hear your teammates firing off their weapons, keeping the fight alive. And as you hear this, you hear a scrambling, kind of bony clanking as a skeleton. Shit, let me bring him up to the front. Skeleton, sort of running start, jumps onto the wagon and just pulls itself up. No muscles involved. And gets right up into your business, and lacking any weapons, it's going to just attempt to just batter you. A 19 plus... What's your AC? I'm sure that hits. Alright, so let's see. This is going to be for 6 damage as the skeleton charges, grabs onto the wagon, hops up, and just kind of clobbers you with its bony hands. So that is the only skeleton that is active, and next things that are moving are the shadows. These have fly speeds, so I'm gonna roll a die real quick.
I do that.
Yeah.
You don't have to do that.
So one of them, so the one on your side, Vesper, is going to fly up to this position on the building and is going to be able to make a perception check to try and see you. Eris, the one at you, is going to be able to make an attack roll. So let's start off with that attack roll as I pull up this stat block. All right, does a dirty 20 hit?
Me, yes.
All right, cool. So you are going to take 9 points of damage, and can you roll me 1d4?
Oh, lovely. That's fun. Got 2.
So what happens is this gelatinous, semi-corporeal, purplish shadow creature kind of rights itself after being eldritch blasted and just kind of rushes you through the air. It grabs you, 2 hands around your throat. You will take 9 points of damage as it begins to try and suffocate you, and you will take 2 points of strength damage as it begins to drain that ability score.
Love that.
Let's see. Does this thing find you, Vesper? Oh shit, that's a 16 plus. Your roll was a 25, right, for stealth?
I'm sorry.
Your stealth roll was 25, so I
Just
don't
now,
think
yes.
Yeah, so it actually, I suppose it doesn't catch you. You might have plastered yourself up against like a chimney or something along those lines, hidden in some kind of terrain, and the shadow's like up here looking ready, but doesn't find a target. And so at this point, both the shadows have gone, and it is now the necromancer's turn. So let's see what she's got up. She's going to make a relatively safe attack and cast a magic missile. Let's see what spell slot she's going to use. She will use a 3rd level spell slot, gaining 6 beams total. And so I'm just going to roll 1d4 and apply it 6 times. 2 for each person. All right, so everyone is going to take 6 points of damage as from the cabin, essentially, of this wagon. You see 6 sickly green magical beams just push out of the open window. They go directly up, spiraling around each other before eventually turning back down, almost like airstrikes, and 2 darts hit each of you. You will take 6 damage total, everybody. That is the necromancer's turn, as you hear more loud cursing from the interior of this cart. And we are back up to Eris.
I think you're muted.
Yeah, I might be muted. Oh, mic problems from Abhishek. Seth or Mozz, would either of you like to act now in place of Eris, and I can move Eris to the other initiative slot while we figure out Mike?
I mean, sure.
Sure. All right. Vesper, what do you want to, or who wants to act?
I'll go and try to get that skeleton who has me, or who's right there first. What they're first going to do is, for their bonus, do a branding smite on their
Hell
moon sickle.
Yeah.
Kamar, you can't see him smile, but he's just like giggling to himself before he like raises his other hand, ready to hit at them with 14 plus 8, 22 to hit.
That'll do it. Let's see some damage.
9 from the moonsicle, and then I need to do 2d6.
As long as you get
11 from the branding smite.
That'll do it. What does it look like as you kill the skeleton?
The branding smite like smeared across the curve of the moonsicle as it was cast, and as soon as it goes through the skeleton, it's just a sharp burst of radiant light that comes out, and when it like dissipates, you just see Kamar like pull it back into his arm and just has like a cackle to him.
Vesper, you're familiar with the practices, the moves, the capabilities of professionals such as yourself. What you see from Kamar is something different entirely. He puts up a hand and almost smears magic, messy and wild, over this sickle and just rips it across the skeleton, and there's a loud bang as the skeleton is just torn asunder. This is frightening magic at work here. Let's see. The guard is up next. And then Eris and Vesper are on deck. You hear, oh, fuck this. You hear a pop of a cork and a swigging sound, and then this guard has consumed a potion of jump and has landed up here. Going to roll a perception check to see if he finds you. That's a 2. You're safe for now, but there are 2 individuals up here patrolling, looking for you. The fuck are you? That's their turn. Let's see. Eris and Vesper, you're up.
I'll offer the turn to Eris. Vesper, if you want to go first. So.
I was like, wow, offered to tutor yourself, amazing.
Yeah.
So generous.
Oh, so generous.
Wow.
So generous.
I just want to do cool shit. So
Don't we all?
that's the shade. Nobody's killed one yet, right? Like, we haven't made any attacks against these things.
One person, Kamar made an Eldritch Blast against one, but no one has killed one yet.
Okay. Would I know if this can be harmed with normal physical means?
If you'd like to make a bonus action Arcana check, you can.
I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, but otherwise, you have no way to know. You're not studying.
Plus 1. That is a 13.
A 13. Let me check real quick.
Yeah, she might work. Yeah.
I'm probably gonna do the same.
Yeah, I'll say that does it.
Okay,
yeah,
cool. It's not gonna change whatever I want to do, but sure.
You know you can hurt it, but it's not going to sting in the same way as if you were hitting something fully corporeal.
Gotcha. Just because this thing is so close, I don't like it. I do have. I'm just gonna float an idea because I want to do cool things. With this thing being like here, and somehow I'm still like not being seen by it. I really want to, instead of knocking an arrow, I want to grab one and try to just shove it into whatever its eye might be.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'll call that an improvised weapon. I'll call it a 1d6 worth of damage. Go ahead, make an attack roll.
Works for me. God, I hope this hits.
It's treated a melee dexterity attack.
Okay, so just plus dex.
Yeah, just plus dex.
Okay, that works.
Yeah.
That's a 12.
12 is, I think that might just do it. Sure do. Yep, that just hits. So roll 1d6 of damage. So, Vesper,
That's a 6.
You spin around, and what's your dexterity score? You'll be, you can add your ability modifier here too.
Oh, so 10 total.
10 total. All right, so Vesper, you spin out from behind this sort of chimney smokestack you're hiding behind, just knock it right in the center of the shadowy face. This would be a killing blow for any kind of mortal creature, but unfortunately, this is not a mortal creature. It wobbles and jiggles a bit in an unsettling kind of way, but it certainly doesn't seem stopped by any measure. And Eris, you're up next. You've got one shadow in your melee range.
Yes, I do. She's not really a fan of the whole choking thing. Like, there's other times for that. Not really right now. But yeah, she'll not really a fan of, being grappled by a shadowy, blobby figure. She's gonna strike back, even though she doesn't really know how exactly her hit's gonna work. But she's gonna hit back.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Let's see it.
A 25 to hit.
25 will hit for sure.
Absolutely. Let's go. Alrighty, and let's roll that damage. 7 plus 4 is an 11.
7 plus 4, 11 damage total. All right, yeah. What does it look like as you kill this thing?
So as Eris sort of is recovering, sort of grasping her neck, she's gonna just sort of crack her neck a little bit and just kind of go, cheeky little bastard. Fortunately for you, now's really not the time for any sort of choking, so have fun with that. And going for like a stab to like the quote-unquote head region.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and just kind of go for a kill shot and just kind of go, besides, you aren't my type.
You are able to, as this thing is choking, you're able to sort of flip around that magical dagger and just whack right in the side of the head, and all of this sort of goopy magical shadow energy just kind of disassembles and just slorps kind of to the ground. This begins to fizzle and vaporize as time continues. But yeah, you're free of shadows.
Cool. I'd like to use my cunning action to hide.
All right, absolutely. Are you hiding just like against the side of the cart, under the cart, or by a building?
We will go. I'm trying to think what will be easiest to maneuver in case anyone comes out. We'll go on the side of the cart.
Side of the cart, absolutely. All right, cool. So there's combat going on the other side of the cart, but you're able to just kind of like collect yourself, and the cart has stopped at this point. You're able to collect yourself, kind of stay stably by as there's combat going on the other side. All right. Next moves are going to be all the skeletons are dead, so next moves are going to be the shadows and then the necromancer. Oh wait, no, you killed the skeleton, yeah.
Yeah, the skeleton's dead, yeah.
Yeah, you did. All right. Second, sorry, I'm futzing with Roll20. So. All right, so before we move to anyone's turn, y'all begin to see like windows opening and people peeking out to see what's going on. No one's approaching, but a small crowd of civilians is keeping an eye on things. You hear muttered sort of, "Oh my God, what's happening?" And it just kind of commentary. There are gasps of fright and people pointing at these shadows and kind of looking to y'all as, "Oh my God, what are you helping us with this?" Is at this point where we are back. I'm sorry, I'm trying to track this. All right, Eros and Vesper went. The skeletons are all down. One shadow is left. So, Vesper, this one shadow that you just sort of poked with an arrow is coming to you.
It was a little cooler than poking.
That's a good point. I have undersold your coolness for sure. However,
but the poking didn't kill it though. To be
however,
fair.
comma, does a 16 hit you?
Barely.
So unfortunately, as you sort of stabbed this thing in the front of the face with an arrow, as you're reaching your hand back, it just gets grasped by this skeleton. You are going to take 9 points of cold damage. Can you roll a 1d4 for me?
I can also use an uncanny dodge as my reaction to have the damage.
You can have the damage, but not the strength drain.
Right. Oh, hold on one second. Okay, what am I rolling?
1d4.
Unfortunately, that is a 3.
So you lose 3 points from your strength score.
Cool.
And I believe it's 5 points. I don't remember if uncanny dodge rounds up or rounds down. You can fill in the blanks as needed. But you'll take 5 points of necrotic damage as this thing just grabs you, does not let go, and you just feel yourself growing tired. Everything grows slow and foggy and dim. Your movements are clumsy and uncoordinated as you begin to fade from this existence. All right. It is at this point when... Fuck it. in the midst of all this, you hear like a rush of wind, and coming out of a misty step. Whoops. Shit. My token has gone away.
Oh no.
I know
Try
the
and do
feeling.
this- Yeah, let me try and do this a different way. What? Fuck. Sorry, y'all. Roll 20 is
Fucking roll 20.
motherfucker.
Funny.
Fuck. Fuck. Ah. I'm sorry, y'all. Technology. All right. One more try. I'm almost there, y'all. There we go. All right. In the dead of night, you hear a rush of wind, and a burst of mist appears on the top of this carriage, and you see this tall, thin, black-clad woman just standing on top of the carriage. She is wearing a high-collared black robe. She has a spell book in one hand and a blood-red orb in the other, and she looks at you with an emotion that is somewhere between abject hatred and merciless disdain. And let's see, Kamar, you're you're the closest individual. Can you make me a Constitution saving throw?
That is a 15 plus 2 for 17.
17. That will do it. So you only take 10 points of cold damage as M, the necromancer, reaches out this orb and casts Cone of Cold at you. And so this blast of cold air just rushes by you, and stings like a bitch, honestly. That is the necromancer's turn. Let's see. Sorry, y'all, I have so many windows. Kamara, you're up next, and then after that is the guard.
Brain. I got my brain. What are we doing? They will look at the person in front of them and cast their Hexblade's curse on them. To start, and then go for the classic, just do Eldritch Blast for their action.
All right, sure thing.
(17 and 16).
17 and 16. You know what? She's actually going to spend a reaction and a first level spell slot to cast Shield. So you fire off your Eldritch Blasts, and as you do, she takes her book hand, essentially, reaches up and just snaps it shut as both Eldritch Blasts kind of impact, and she just catches them and then flips the book back open. You'll have to try better than that. Let's see. Guard is up next. Eris and Vesper, you're on deck. Now that you have come out of your hiding place, Vesper, this guard is going to charge you. Ooh, that's a 19. You're going to take 6 damage as this guard sort of rushes up to you and just slashes at you with his dagger. Eris and Vesper, you're up.
Just double checking. M is like on top of the cart with
Yes.
Kamar. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Cart roughly was like what 6 to 8 feet.
10 feet tall. Yeah.
10 feet. Okay.
6-8 feet tall. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah. Would I need to make any climb skills or acrobatic skills to get up there?
Nah, I'll say you can just get up there. It's not that tall.
Okay. I will say, however, I'm not going to do it from the side because I'm just going to maneuver my way around and then get up.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm assuming I'm still hidden.
Yeah, if you were hidden before, yeah, you're still hidden.
Yeah, because I remember, because I used my bonus cutting action last turn to hide. So,
yeah, you good.
Yeah, I'm going to essentially climb up onto the cart in kind of M's blind spot and go for a rapier thrust.
All right, sure, let's see it.
So, a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 will do it, even past the shield spell.
Nice. And I get to attack my. That's me add my sneak attack damage too, so that's fun. Because I got advantage on that.
Mm-hmm. Vesper, you're on deck.
I'm glad I had advantage. I rolled what my other one would have been. It would have been a nat 1. So. All right, let's roll damage. So that's 4. Do some quick math. 8, 12, 14, 19 damage.
Woo! Putting in work. All right, so as M, the Necromancer, is taunting Kamar for successful casting the shield spell, you're able to quietly kind of like leap up the front of this armored wagon and just drive your rapier right into her side. It catches on layers of magic and wards, the shield spell, mage armor, all of the, and so it will be a kill shot for in any other circumstances. Doesn't seem to quite have the same impact. That said, M kind of staggers forward, almost losing grip on her implements before she kind of rights herself and looks to you in just absolute rage. Vesper, you're up.
So for D&D rolls, because I'm baby, how would it work if I didn't want to target something that is within my immediate range? Do I just roll with disadvantage?
Target them with what?
My bow.
So
if I wanted to make an attack roll against something that was not in my immediate vicinity.
So you're trying to attack the guard or M?
I'm trying to attack M.
I don't remember off the top of my head what having an enemy in your range does when you're trying to attack another target. Right now, I'll just call it a regular roll, and I might follow up with you later on.
That's fine.
Rules actually work, because I don't remember that shit.
I don't either. I'm just trying to do dumb things, and do them quickly. So I just want to like color this as like, I think he sees his target kind of stumble, and he's like, "This is I have to take this chance. Like we have to end this before any more attention gets drawn." So I'm going to roll. That is a, thank God, 16. So 21 to hit.
21 to hit? Yeah, that'll do it.
And then just regular 6. Well, that's 5 damage.
5 damage. All right. Did you add sneak attack? Because M has
I did not.
Has a foe in melee range.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. What did I say? 5?
Yeah.
7, 11, 12.
12. Okay, so 12 plus 5 for 17 total?
Yes.
All right, cool. All right, yeah, Emma's not looking great. Clearly, this kind of ambush is not what they expected. You're able to sort of like almost roll out of the way of this this shadow and fire off an arrow with just inhuman speed, and it again catches her in the side, and she again kind of like stumbles, almost falling to her knee before forcing herself to get back up. Let's see.
For the record, I was going to color that as a sharpshooter feat, which ignores half cover or 3/4 cover.
Unfortunately, you would have missed if you had done sharpshooter.
Yeah, no, I wasn't going to use the trait.
Okay,
I just
gotcha.
it additionally comes with
gotcha.
it ignores cover. So in my brain, I was like, I don't know, maybe I'm using this thing's shoulder.
Ooh, very cool. Yeah, I like that. Mm-hmm.
And probably gonna die next turn, so this been real.
Alright, skeletons are all down. We have Shadow, the Necromancer, and then Kara is on deck. Vesper, unfortunately, you're still right the fuck there.
Oh, I know.
That's a 4 though, so that's not going to hit. As you sort of rest yourself from this shadow to take your shot, it again tries to grab you, but you're able to sort of like backpedal after firing the arrow and stay upright.
Numa Eilish provides.
She do, man. Eris. Em is now going to turn to you, and she sort of like pulls her hand back, and the orb that she was holding is gone, but in its place there's a red glow around her right hand, and she's just going to attempt to grab you in the face. Does a 21 hit?
Yes, it does.
All right. So let's see. 6, 9, 13. So, M's vampiric touch does 13 damage to you as she just grabs your face and just almost like you just pulls and pressures, and you just feel everything sting and burn, especially in your face where she's making contact. You just almost seemingly rips a life force out of you. And she will regain 7 hit points.
You said 13 damage?
Yes, 13 damage to you. And she is also going to Misty Step here. And so after doing that, she just again just sort of like snaps the book shut, and then reappears on a building on the other side, orb in hand once more. She has lost the effect of the shield spell. And Kamar, you're up. The guard is on deck, and then it is Zahir Eris.
All right. Am I up?
Yes, you're up.
Oh, sorry. Okay. They will do second wind.
Mm-hmm.
Get back some for themselves. For their bonus, and then for their action, let's see. Nah, they're just gonna go for do another 2 rounds of Eldritch Blast.
All right, let's see it.
Ooh, 27 on the first one.
Ooh, that'll do it.
And next is 8 plus 8, 16.
16, that'll also do it.
Ooh. I don't know if that is anything, but I have a 1d10. I rolled a 10 plus 3 for a 13 for the
13
first
damage.
Eldritch Blast. Damn.
Oh shit!
So cool.
I didn't realize. Oh damn! 13 for the first one.
4.
She's down to 7 hit points.
Ooh,
Keller,
get
do
him!
it.
Get him!
I just rolled a 4 plus 3.
Yeah! All
Damn
right.
it!
So, Misty steps over to this building, and she seems fully prepared to run. She gathers herself, gathers her components, having been reinvigorated with Eris's stolen life force. She turns around one final time, maybe to fire off a spell. Kamar, what does it look like as you kill her?
First one after blast, he turns, waits, and the second one he just says nope, and then shoots one out. And it looks like it always does, but this one is just precise, as if he's just waiting for it.
As you fire off the Eldritch Blasts, you see a glint in her eyes as she prepares her spellbook hand to try and catch the bolts, but you are too quick. And you fire off these Eldritch Blasts, and they just both hit her dead center, and she collapses, and the book she carries falls and slaps shut. With her death, the shadow dissipates as well.
Nice.
There is one guard remaining, and it is it's his turn, I believe. Yep, sure is. This man is going to run for his life. He looks around and he's like, "Oh fuck!" and he just starts running. So he's got a jump spell, and he's got 60 feet of movement between his movement and his dash.
Is he close enough that I get an attack of opportunity?
He is
I can't
not
roll.
close enough that
Okay,
you
cool.
get an attack
My
of
roll 20
opportunity.
is now a blank page. So if I ask
no.
questions, that's why. It's just a scroll bar.
He's gone as far as he can. Is anyone going to attempt to secure the kill? Or are you gonna let him get away?
Fucking absolutely, I'm pissed.
All right, sure thing. You can run up to the edge of the building and fire a shot. So
You know what? I still have a pistol.
Sure do.
You got a
I'm gonna do
pistol?
that. Yeah, I have a pistol. They gave me a gun. I'm gonna do that instead. I don't know what the modifier is, if there is one.
It's just dexterity.
Okay.
Yeah, you can treat it the same as a bow.
Okay. So that is gonna be a 23 to hit,
That'll do it.
and then I get to roll it's a D10, I think.
D10 damage.
Okay.
Yes. Very
Where's my
audible
D10?
damage.
I like to think that where the fuck is my D10? He's just like, I don't have time for this, and grabs it from like out of the holster where it's been forever. He just doesn't use it. Takes aim, and that is 6 points of damage.
Sure. Yeah. 6 points of damage. That'll do it, I think. Yeah. All right. So you all see Vesper clean this up as this person is running away, sort of like calmly, kind of like reasserts himself, grabs the pistol from his holster, and bang. This is loud as shit. You've woken up the neighborhood for sure.
Yeah, I know.
But
It's fine. I'll deal with it later.
Yeah, you definitely hear a sort of like last gasping shout. As you've defeated the last enemy here. I can give me a second to find my fucking tab here to change the music. All right. The night goes mostly silent after Vesper fires this last shot, except for a small scattered applause or cheering. Citizens who gathered to watch the fight were able to determine, it seems, who was fighting on the side of the creepy skeletons and weird necromancer person, and who seemed to just be irregular, but normal people. Standing up to do something about it. They scatter. No one wants to get too close. You're left in the dark of the night.
I think Vesper, for his part, after realizing that the coast is clear, at least on the rooftop, is gonna try and find a corner to collapse in, and use that cure wounds scroll.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Spitting blood at this point.
Eris, Kamar.
Kamar was they don't have that image of like they're going to split blood, but they're like breathing in, breathing out, but like the second wind that happened just gave them back that life. So as soon as that breath of fresh air comes out, all the bandages fall down and Zahir comes out just teeters for a second on his feet, before kind of, if Eris is close by, kind of reaching out for them for balance.
Eris is kind of is there. She is also kind of looking a little unsteady because she took some hits and got some life force drained, which is never a fun thing. So she's also kind of just like a little bit unsteady and trying not to like fall. So
yeah, they will put Kamar will put one hand on the other shoulder so that Eris could put it on his and kind of use them both as like a stable force. I mean, Zahir would just like, that was not fun.
Oh, definitely not.
Where did and they'll look for Vesper.
Well, luckily that was a cure wounds. What was it? You gave me like a level 3.
Yes.
Oh Jesus!
Thank you. I look fine. So I think he emerges. There's probably like a smear of dried blood, like on the corner of his mouth, like probably dripped down onto his armor, and he will sort of make his way down to where he sees you guys with like hands on each other, a little bit worse for the wear.
I think before Eris sees Vesper coming, she's kind of gonna chuckle and look at Zahir. Reminds me of that old job that we pulled way back in the day.
This?
I mean, can't argue.
I remember being far enough from this not to be hurting like this.
I think I remember it quite a bit of a different way.
And my pockets, I think, were a little bit more full.
Yeah, that's true. Both of ours were, but I'm expecting something decent when we get back.
All right, here, come on, and kind of gets off the side and puts out a hand for Eris to help them down as well, and just leans on the side of the wagon. I was out of it. Did we?
We did.
We did what we needed to do, right?
Yeah, we did. She's gonna take the hand. Oh, what a gentleman. But yes, we did win.
We did win. Good. Oh, we won. Good. Okay.
That reminds me. Should probably make sure he's all right. And she's gonna go over to her target and kind of just drag him off to an alley. Just to just rest here.
Just watching Eris drag someone away, just like, you know what? Yeah, no questions, nothing.
She's dragging
Just...
her. G God for GM. Eris is dragging her target off to an alley, just to like prop him up against a wall, just like away from all the carnage.
Your target, yes, gotcha.
Yeah.
Sure thing.
I lied. I think actually Vesper would I think he'd probably climb down, give y'all a nod, and then go to the body of M.
Sure.
Because just want to take a peek at that weird looking orb.
Absolutely. Yeah, sure. So you see, you find a blood red crystal orb. This is a spellcasting focus.
I'm only gonna poke it with my toe and
It rolls.
call for Zahir.
Do something.
Do you have any use for this? What is this? You want this?
I see. Okay, if I'm leaving a job with empty pockets, then that's not a good job. So they just like grab it.
Yeah, I think he's gonna throw it to you from the rooftop.
And they like, what is this?
This is just a crystal orb. It's a spellcasting focus, no different than a staff or a wand. It's worth about 40 gold.
I don't know. This might be worth the gold. But they'll pocket it for now. Figure out it later.
Vesper, as a consummate professional, you would know that the real prize here, if nothing else, no matter what your job is a wizard's spellbook.
Yeah.
On the black market, these bitches can go for.
So I didn't mention it.
Thousands.
I think that he'll toss it down, and then for the spellbook, he literally does not mention it. He just grabs it and tucks it into his pack, and he may kind of flip over M's body to see if there's anything else of interest or anything that catches his eye aside from the fact that it's now just a corpse.
Yeah, so the only other thing of note I think that you would for sure find is a scroll of animate dead.
He'll hold on to it. I think he's a little grossed out by it. But he's like, he'll kind of look at it, study it, and maybe have some grasp of what it is and that is unnatural. And tuck it away. Eris, you want to turn? He kind of like pokes around for like a gold pouch or something.
Yeah. Sure, you can find some like trivial amount of gold, maybe like 20 gold or so.
Yeah, he'll toss it down.
Catch it. Better not have shortchanged me.
Can't tell you all my secrets.
Is there anything left of the shadow skeleton soldiers?
The skeletons have bones and shit. For the shadows, you'd find goopy ectoplasm type material. You could use it as like an alchemy ingredient, possibly sell it.
Yeah, that's what they'll do. They'll just be like, they're kind of picking through stuff, and they're like, oh, this might be worth something. Dang it, why'd the armor go away? Kind of like thinking like what could be gone. And they finally you just see Zahir hunched down, like squatting down, just poking at it like and collects it.
As you are collecting your loot, setting your targets aside to be collected later, etc., 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 you see an individual walking down the road to you. It's hard to really get a feel at this point in night, but you remember the voice of that odd stranger, Brevin, call out to you. You three might want to get a move on. The guard are coming this way. Muted, Abhishek?
Not pick up. Oh, shit.
Yep, there you are.
There you go. Don't have to tell me twice.
Is anyone
All
gonna
right.
search the cart?
Oh yeah, that's what
Actually, yeah.
I thought with those skeletons around there were nothing, but
No, there's shit inside.
I was gonna say I don't want to
heck
leave
yeah.
yet. I want to go
Pilfer.
jump
Pilfer
from
and
the roof onto the cart.
yeah.
I think
Then
he
Zahir
kind of
will-
hears Brevon's warning and like maybe scowls a little bit.
Pilfer and pillage. Let's go.
Let's make it quick.
Zahir can run for it when he needs to. If there's something in the cart, let's see.
I want to kick in the door.
But I'll say that you're able to find the key
never
on
mind.
M's body, so you are able to kick in the door after you unlock it.
Door opens. Zahir is just like, there's a key.
You find 3 things of note in here. One is a +1 staff, so this could be used as like a spellcasting focus or a weapon. You also find a +1 dagger. These are just miscellaneous shit that's kept in here. The only other thing of note, you find the half-eaten body of a frog.
Stop.
Strange thing to find in the possession of a necromancer.
It's a shame Beseech isn't here, but I get the feeling that he might want to see this.
Yeah, I have a feeling he's going to be. Even if
Does
we
anyone
don't get it, he's gonna hound us about it.
Remember what? Does anyone remember what Mephisto looked like? Is this? Do we know for sure? Is this him or is this a different frog?
Yeah.
I'll give this one.
Oh, I'm
to
asking
you.
this in character to y'all.
Oh.
Yeah. You know, yeah. Zahir's just like, I saw him for a moment.
I mean, you and I have seen him fairly enough that I could decently recognize him, but I don't. Again, he's missing half of him, so I can't quite make it out. But God, is this Mephisto?
He'll kind of pick it up by the foot and study it.
Yeah, it's a
frog.
It's a frog. I mean, you never really got a good close look at Mephisto's back half, but
do you want
it's about what you would think it would look like.
Do you want
take it?
Do you want it?
Here,
you're carrying Zahir, you're the one that's closest to him. Really, you should take it. He'll kind of like shove it into
closest, probably
Zahir's
in distance,
hands.
not really.
No, but you had that whole moment
No, you're
earlier today.
Yeah.
Oh, to Beseech. I don't know the frog.
No,
I don't know this frog. Wasn't there less pieces of the frog when we left?
I don't know. Listen, it's all you. Here you go.
Good luck.
Okay, and then kind of like wrap it, and they're just. How did I draw the like the short straw and like so quickly like more face,
You
and
drew it by befriending Beseech.
If what is it? There's a dagger or staff. They'll kind of hand it to anyone who wants those, and whoever doesn't want anything, they'll just use it to for selling.
Sure.
Eros will probably take the dagger.
All right.
I think he would. Vesper would give you the chance to grab the staff if you wanted it. Either of you.
And collect random half-eaten frog bodies. You begin to hear noise coming from up the street. The guard does seem to be on their way.
For my brain, did Caroline say where to meet after the job is done, or is anything like that? Is there anywhere you need to be heading, or not really?
It's not something I mentioned explicitly, but yeah, she probably have somewhere to meet up afterwards.
Okay, cool.
I'm assuming everyone dips
Time
out
to
as
go,
a
I
crew.
think. Yeah.
I'm gonna try and stick to the shadows as I do so.
And I think that is where we will end our session. Good shit, y'all.
Yay.
All right, everybody.
So much fun.
Thanks so much for sticking around for tonight's episode of Zenith. I can't speak for everybody, but I know I had a blast, and I'm grateful for everybody for watching and hanging out with us. I'm gonna quickly say our goodbyes, say whatever other projects we're working on, and where you can find us on the internet, and head out for the night. Hello, everybody. My name is Alex. I've been your GM for this evening. I had a blast, and I am unable to be found on the internet, and I love that for me. Yeah, that's all I got. This was a fun night.
Hey everyone, my name is Abhishek Matange. I've played your lovely assassin who's definitely better in every way, shape, or form than Vesper. I'll maintain that to the day I die. Vesper. Just a forewarning, Vesper is definitely bottom, Eris is the power bottom, and or switch, whatever you want to call it. Whatever lies to be on top. Or power. This is confirmed, this is canon. Don't try to dispute it. You can find me on Twitter at neon_Raiden. Same with Blue Sky, neon Raiden, no underscore. For other projects I'm in, you can catch me over on the the Goblins and Gays podcast for the miniseries Caldera Heart. If you're into Persona 5, highly recommend you check it out. Very fun, very gripping. But yeah, definitely got a lot of Persona 5 vibes. You can also find me date to be announced yet, but I'll be over on Nerds with Dice for the series finale I should say, of Ironsworn the Valley. We'll probably put on my socials when that date gets announced. So yeah, that's me.
Hi, my name is Seth. You can find me on Instagram only at seth.mp3. I don't know why I was catching strays. I didn't do anything except for just like Vesper doesn't do shit except for go to church and kill people. So I don't know why the absolute violence and slander, because we all know that man is a switch. You cannot find me in any other campaigns at the moment. I do pop in here and they're doing charity ones, like I just did one last weekend in Slayers. That was super fun. So if you'll probably find me in the near future on like some casting call or some list of something, because I just pop around. This was super fun, guys.
Yeah, I almost like blanked out with my brain's like sleepy now, but I'm back. Hi y'all, I'm Mozz. I played Zahir and Kamar. The best warlock until Besiege comes back. And then can halfway have that position, but also / fighter. But yeah, I have wonderful projects coming up. We are like finishing up the last whoa. Whoa.
Uh-oh.
F's in chat. Keep going.
F's in chat.
Oh, okay. We're finishing up our Kids on Brooms campaign over at Starcrawl RPG. So if you want to know where that is, you can follow me or on my socials on It's Mozzarella everywhere, except for Twitch, where I have 3 L's, and one day we'll have 2, hopefully. One day. But yeah, tomorrow I'll be playing as a Bride of Frankenstein kind of Monster Mash Good Society game to see if I finally find love. We'll see. But that will be over at the Tipsy Tiger. Again, if you want to know where that is, that will be on my socials. But thank you.
I guess I can do some stuff before our benevolent GM comes back. Let me see if I can get this overlay fixed up super duper quick. Anyway.
Thank you, voice of God.
You are
Thank
welcome.
you, God.
Hi, my beautiful subjects. Anyway, hi.
Hi. God's camera is on.
Yep, I was trying to get everything fixed. It's fine. I don't know. Anyway, hi. I'm trying to get it fixed, but it's not working, so we're going back to bullshit. Hey everybody, my name's Mare. You should check out the channel. We're doing a bunch of stuff right now over on Sorting Key. We're currently raising money for Nami. So tomorrow we're going to continue with that charity stream with Woodland Gods at 1 p.m. We've got movie night at 9 p.m. on, this is all Eastern time on Friday. Horizons Call at 6 p.m. Eastern over on Saturdays. Humblewood is at 1 p.m. on Sundays. Part 2 of our Night of Fright, also part of our fundraiser series, is at 6 p.m. on Sunday. Let me see. Mondays are my game at 6:30 Eastern. Journeys to Book End. Gate night on Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern. And then we have gone all the way back around to Zenith. And last but not least, we have our last fundraiser for Monster of the Week, a night in the museum. And that's about it. Since we're at the end of stream, we're gonna go raid. We're not gonna raid. We're just gonna end. Everybody, we're missing anything else? All right, everybody, have a lovely evening. We will see you next week. Bye.